Okay, so this is a chart that Max sent in. 4-hour time frame. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's your A, and then this is pulling back as a potential B, and then looking for a sell opportunity, right? I would agree on this view. Okay, so if you look at this again, same chart, same time frame. I think it's a very clear structure, right? Okay, so let me bring in the FIP. 50 and 61 is there, so we tag the 50%. Now I would share with you a little bit in this kind of context and environment. Okay, now I'm definitely agreeing in the direction. Okay, the only thing, okay, to some of you, you may actually struggle on this as well. Okay, I mean, it's a very normal thing. Okay, because even for me right now, there's always this part on, it has tagged the 50%, but this seems one wave. Would this eventually play out as 1, 2, 3 before the move down? Or, since it has tagged the 50%, would this be all the correction and this starts going down? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys will have this question as well, right? Okay. I can tell you I don't have the answer. Okay. Because, again, as traders, we won't know exactly how the market develops. If I can tell you, oh, it's gonna go down now, this is all it is, and everyone will make money out of it, right? If I tell you, oh no, this will definitely do a 3-wave, okay, before going down, then again, same thing, everyone will make money out of it. I don't have the answer as to whether this is all it is to start going down or this will develop in 3. To be honest, nobody would have the answer. So you need to, number one, the first step is to accept the fact that nobody will know. I don't know. You probably won't know. Nobody will know. Okay. Once you accepted the fact on that, is the next question we'll naturally ask is, okay, so how can we then, in this kind of situation where we don't know, when we have no 100% certainty, still potentially make money out of the market, right? Okay. So this is the part where your decision comes in, right? It's not going to be a very comfortable process, but it's a process, it's a decision-making process that every trader needs to face. And you just basically need to accept, as I mentioned, you need to just basically accept there's no certainty in the market and you can only just manage your risk. And it's a probability game, okay? So what I mean by that is, alright, if today you go down to the lower time frame, okay, and you make an assessment and you say that, alright, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on the trade, and maybe I'll just look at it as a breakout point. Okay, so you can choose maybe a very aggressive breakout point, you can choose a more conservative breakout point. And basically the idea here is, if you choose a breakout point to take the trade, you're basically telling, or you're basically making the decision and say that, alright, this is all this, we're expecting the down move. Can follow that thought process, right? Now obviously you can also, you have many, I would say, nuances that you can actually look into, right? You can say, I'm going to take a more aggressive breakout point. So if the market breaks and it doesn't go impulsive, and let's say the market just goes correctively like that, then I'll maybe take this trade off and then wait for this to go up before selling it. Okay, you can see that details of how you can plan out a trade. Okay, this whole process of planning it is also important, because before you take the trade, as I always say, you need to be very clear what you want to see when you enter a trade, so that you know whether this trade is still according to what you want. Is this trade still considered a high probability trade? And follow that thought process, right? I think if you can, I would strongly encourage you rewatch today's recording after we end, okay? Because I think there are mainly two things that we covered so far that is a little bit intangible, but it's a very important aspect, okay? I would say very important to me, right? And I believe that also very important to all traders, okay? So, yeah, that's what I want to convey, right? So obviously, if this comes down correctively, then you can wait for another push up before you sell. Now, the other approach you can look up for is, because we are playing around with multi-time frames, okay? You can say that, okay, I'm not going to be too aggressive. I want to wait for some kind of confirmation. Let's see how the market is going to come down from here. Okay, so suppose if it comes down fast, does it mean that you miss the entire opportunity to sell? No, right? Because this is happening on a 4-hour. what you can do is you can wait for the market to pull back a little bit, maybe go down to the lower time frame and take a retracement entry. That's possible too, right? You may not miss out the entire thing. Okay. If the market comes down correctively in this case here, then okay, this seems to suggest one more upside. Then that's your first scenario, right? You'll be looking at 3-wave. Cool. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, whatever Matt has put in here is in full alignment, right? I'm also looking at this chart here. If I'm trading it, that's how I'm gonna approach it, right? The directional bias, I'm also looking at sell side opportunity. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Yeah. Now I spent a little bit more time to talk about the quote unquote the less tangible stuff in trading, because I think from a technical knowledge, technical skill perspective, most of you guys are to a certain level where you can do your chart analysis yourself. Okay, I think maybe what's still lacking a little bit is just a small little detail here and there. Sharing with you my thought process so that you can see which one is aligned, and you can actually work on that as well. Okay, I think it's more of those things, so that's why I spent a little bit more time to talk about those things itself.